I got the night of Shabbos this week's Parshas Achrei Mais Kedoshim. In Parshas Achrei Mais we have Aaron HaKohen. The pasuk tells us v'hikra of Aaron as para chatos asher loy v'chiper b'ado yivad beisai. That Aaron HaKohen would bring a carbon chatas and that would atone for himself and his whole family. That's the pashut shot of the pasuk. He brought a carbon and was mechaber for himself and his family. Rav Druk says a very short word, very important message in my opinion, and that is that perhaps we can say that what the pasuk means is that Aaron, by atoning for himself, by himself doing teshuvah, and by himself bringing a carbon for himself, he automatically atoned at the same time for his family, because the people in his family were influenced by his actions. That is how life is. The head of the household, or a mechanech, a rebbe, a mora, a principal, a rav, people look to them and they are influenced by their actions. When they set a positive personal example, when they behave properly personally in their life, and you see how they're leading their life. So in the case of Aaron HaKohen, his family saw that he was bringing a carbon for himself to atone for his own chatoim that he had done. They take note and they follow this lead. They say, hey, wait a second, if the head of the household, if this is how he's acting, I want to follow that. A person naturally wants to act like their parent. So when the parent is doing something, the children naturally want to act that way. Chinuch is not accomplished through shouting or through lectures or even through giving great speeches. It's fine to give a good speech, but it's much more important to act in a certain way. It's much more important to live your life in a way that people could look up to and people could look to. If a person were to give a great speech, but in his personal life, you know he's not a good person, you're not going to gain much from what that person has to say, no matter how good of a speaker they are. You're not going to listen to that person at all. It's the same thing with a parent. A parent has to lead by example. They can't just lecture their child about learning. They can't tell their kid. They can't tell their kids, yeah, you have to sit and learn now, and then they don't go learn. They can't tell their kids it's important to do chesed and then not do any chesed themselves. Lead by example. That's the best possible chinuch. When the head of the household behaves properly, that serves as an example for everyone around them. The head of an institution, a rebbe, whatever it is, and even not someone in a position of authority, even as a friend. Even as a friend, other people look to you naturally, and they see how you act. You want to set a positive example for everybody around you. May we all be zeichet to set positive examples for everybody. Have a wonderful Shabbos.